Hello, it's been a long time. I'm Hollis, and it's Sunday, December 22nd. I'm going to do one take and just see how this goes. I just have myself, my thoughts, and a note card because there's certain things I do want to say. I had done an update video on my YouTube channel some time ago, a year and a half ago, maybe so, and for like the first time ever, I just took it down days later because I felt it too personal. Why do people have to know all that about me or even care? Of course, we all have our own problems going on in life, and then, but the channel was created to try to teach, inspire, help others. So, I took it down, and I thought, what possible? Just a tough video. A lot of bad things going on. How could that possibly help someone? Well, the reason I've not done a video in a long time is because I had hoped to do a video to express good news and success. And if it weren't for a couple months ago, somebody on my channel quoted, and it really touched me. They wrote, "I hope you come back. I had your book for years, and it's been helpful." And the first sentence especially was very, like I said, it touched me. So, well, here I am, and I just feel in life, if I'm known, if remembered for anything, it'll be, hopefully that he was honest and driven, and got goals accomplished. Unfortunately, like everybody else, I didn't get all my goals accomplished. And this video is largely, I want to just give a quick summary of the last few years because it does feel embarrassing, shameful, and like I feel like I've sort of wasted time. And I never really was a student growing up. I did the minimum to get by, was largely self-taught and born with the gift of writing and bodybuilding. I was able to parlay those into a career for many years, and particularly, both actually, as a trainer and, as an author of many, many published books. And I moved, I'm from New York, grew up in Jersey, I moved to Los Angeles, and after 13 years there, I wanted to be closer to family who had then moved to South Carolina, or had been there for some time. But anyway, that people were like, well, how did you wind up here? That's the short of it. And I wanted just to change, to have a rebirth, and to say, okay, I've done all these things, and let's see what's next. And that next step was school. I thought, let's go back to school. I've been a trainer for so many years and help people because I am a transformation specialist. I'm the guy that really, if you're only as good as your dancing partner, but clients that really want to make a change and will adhere to proper nutrition and proper training and proper rest and so forth, will make a change. So that's what I was known for. And it appealed to me. I worked on the outside of the body for so many years, and I thought, let me help people on the inside of the body, i.e. something in the medical field. And I'm just trying to cut through the story. It's a long story, and I appreciate you tuning in for this. Some of you would probably listen to a long story, but I just want to get to my point. So, went back to school, and I had to take all these prerequisite courses, and got through everything with a very high B or an A. All those classes on the very first try. A lot of people got straight A's, but I mean, I'm a late 40s returning student. I was proud of that accomplishment, and it allowed me to get into the nursing program. And when I got to the nursing program, I panicked for some reason. I don't know why. But I was a couple months in, and I basically had a withdrawal. They allowed me a one-time withdrawal to put myself back together. I think it was because of everything that had just happened. I had lost both parents. There were a number of things in Los Angeles that were horrific. And I think everything just kind of caught up to me, and I had not a breakdown or a panic attack, but I was having trouble dealing with a new life and so forth. And but anyway, I came back, and then I got almost straight A's, and I was basically largely an A and B student. And I'm not here to point fingers, or I'm here to take the appropriate blame, if you will, or for results or lack of. But it wasn't until I got to what was it, preschool? I forget what the class is called, but I failed the one class. You get one fail. And then that's it. If you fail twice, you're out of the program. And I called it my golden ticket, my get out of jail card. And I had to use it to take this class over because I failed by less than a point. And that's the way it is. And I fought and begged and pleaded and cajoled, and that's the way it is. And got through that class again, and then I got to the end. I get all the way through the nursing program and only to fail out at the end. Like I said, I'm largely an A and B student, and the thing is, I left with nothing, zero. I was happy for all those that graduated and are nursing now, and that wasn't me. I just wasn't meant to be. I quickly picked up myself and I said, what am I going to do now? And I applied. I did get into a nursing program, but it was like an hour away. And at the time, I'm thinking, and that's 2 hours at least a day drive. I have my hero, my rest in peace, my elderly dog not doing very well. And so I declined that. Then I'm just bear with me, I just want to get through this. Then I got into the radiology program at the same school. And again, not poking fingers or anything, but I had a bad feeling about it. I wasn't really getting along with the powers that be. Dropped that. However, I had applied to another school and they had accepted me. So I dropped the one, took the other at another school, radiology program, got through the whole semester, and then I failed at the end. And I really don't know how it happened, other than I was having panic attacks when you had to perform, the x-rays on patients with teachers watching me. And look, I'm not complaining, that's the way it is. I understand that there's a very high standard for medical programs, and we're dealing with life here. So that's why I'm not here to blame anybody but me. But that hurt, and then I tried to pick up myself again, and I applied again for the nursing program. I really wanted to go in that school. I feel like, because I've already been through it, if I could have just gotten in. And the reason I don't think I did get in was I had used a math class from like 25 years ago when I went to school, and I got a C. And that's not going to work with everybody here, or a lot of applicants coming in with B's and A's. And I wish, instead of doing the radiology, I wish I had taken the math, gotten the A I know I would have gotten, and then applied. I probably would have gotten in. Fortunately, I did get into medical surg tech. And I was mostly an A student in there. This just ended this semester a couple weeks ago, and the reason I failed, rather I pulled myself out, was because when performing the physical, I just lose my card. No, when performing, you have to perform. It's one thing to do the tests, but you have to perform. And I really was having a hard time. And I hate to say, I couldn't do it. The teacher, the one thing she said, and it made sense, she's like, this field, it doesn't matter if you get straight A's. She's like, a lot of students just can't perform the skills. I don't know, I just turned 49, 49 a few months ago. I'd like to think my memory is sharp still, but with the hundreds and hundreds of instruments one has to learn, and all of these various protocols, I just found it tough, and so the sad thing is, here I am after all this school, and then that's it. There's one thing I would say about myself. There's something to say about someone that went back again and again and again and didn't give up. But as they say, the definition of insanity, right? I have nothing to show for all these years of school. No degree for that. I have degrees from yesteryear, and it sucks. And it feels like it was all for a waste. However, I do have all this knowledge now. So it wasn't a waste, and I really gave my best, and I hate to say it, but I did fail, and at this point I removed myself. I quit. I don't have another year or two to go back to school. So that's what happened, and I will always probably feel bad and even ashamed about it, but I did the best that I could, and it wasn't meant to be. So I'm used to, working very hard and getting rewarded, and I had a lot of success 20 years ago. I'm thankful, and I'm all about to reinvent myself. And there's nothing wrong with growing, and I'll continue to grow and reinvent myself. But I realize I am a transformation specialist. That's fitness and bodybuilding and training is who I am. So if you've ever seen the Scorsese '95 Casino masterpiece, I think that it is. At the end, De Niro, after they try to assassinate him and blow him up, this didn't happen to me, of course, but I can relate because at the end, he says something like, at the end, and that's that. He bet, so he plays bets. He's like, I could still bet, I could still do that, and that's that. So like I feel like him, and then I could still train. I could still, firstly, get myself in shape because I did succumb to emotional eating, and it's funny how that works because having written about it in one of my books, and here I am, you know, going through it. So in 25, well, I already started about a few weeks ago, but getting myself back into reputable shape, and I'm gonna work with people again and help them. I mean, and I'm already 49. Life is going, rather quickly. And a couple other things I wanted to say. This year, I lost my hero, my Corgi Beagle in February, which was beyond crushing. I love all my dogs, but I was closest with him. And it was not about me at all. It was about his quality of life. And he was having trouble breathing. And I had a decision to make. And just about a month and a half ago, I lost my Lucy. Lucy, who stars in all of my children's books. I remember the night before crying hysterically. There's something very wrong with Lucy. I did bring her to the vet. And I remember, please God, let her just be okay. But then in the morning, she always would sleep next to me in the fetal position. And she was still warm, so she must have just passed in her sleep. But I remember crying and saying, thank you, God, for taking her in her sleep. And I can never replace them. I had them cremated. And whatever happens with me one day, whether I'm cremated or buried, they'll be with me. They're my babies. And that's the way and that's how I feel. Having said that, they will never be replaced. But I'm able to adopt and not shop, but rescue. So I just rescued a couple weeks ago a new dog, and I love him. He's. I wanted to get my camera to show everybody, but if you've seen my Facebook, you've seen pictures of him. Harrison, come here, baby. Nope, he's chewing weeds. But he's brought a smile back to my face. So I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Well wishes. Let's see what 25 brings. Certain topics I'm just not going to get into. I wanted to focus this one on just to catch you up what I've been through. And it's going to be okay. I'm still alive. I can still do what I do and be passionate. Oh, and I know, you never remember everything in the videos. The one thing that's helped me all this time is getting back into toys. Yes, you heard right, toys, but vintage toys and restoring them. Toys that I either had as a kid or never had or wanted, but it brings me a lot of pleasure because it's not so much about the toy, but it's about the repairing it, and it brings back the past. And I think of my parents or where I was when, my mom bought me this or my dad got me that, and life to me is but a series of memories. So is it so wrong that when I buy an old toy or find it somewhere and I fix it and repair it, that it makes me smile and think of yesteryear when I had my parents around and others that I loved? I think that's a good thing. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much. Everybody, happy holidays. And I don't want to be cliche, never give up. There comes a time where, I don't know if it's giving up, but it's time to shift. And life is not fair. I would have been a great nurse, and that's what I wanted to be. But I had a problem with the one class at the end, and I told the teacher, I said I felt I would have needed to take you twice, and I said, we're going to have a conversation in about a year. I'm going to sit here, and it happened, and I said, and you're going to say essentially thanks for playing, which she didn't, but where I knew I would have to take her twice, but because I had to cash in my get out of jail card, the card I call it, that I only got to take her once, and I couldn't pass, and I left with nothing, and I don't think that's right. And but life is not fair, and I'm still here. So anyway, thanks again, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great new year, and I'll see you soon.